G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Rio de Janeiro. One is for the week of the 18th of April it is now. Okay, so we start with all 9 motorways. We have unlimited tunnels. Tunnels do not require road tiles. Wow, they are setting us up to try and go big here. So hopefully we don't disappoint. It's been a while since I've done a Rio level, it feels. Used to be one of the real easy levels, but we'll see how we go. Having unlimited tunnels and just being able to carve through anywhere I want for free does seem like it. This one shouldn't be too hard, especially with all those motorways. We don't want to use those motorways though. The goal is that we're going to try and build without them, especially knowing that we have all those tunnels, and it's only going to be break glass in case of emergency for using these motorways. This does also mean that we should have a really limited pool of things that we're going to get offered at the end of the week, because we're not going to get tunnels at all. I don't know if they'll still offer us motorways, because there definitely are levels where I've had more than 9. But otherwise, it's just going to be roundabouts, traffic lights, bridges. So we'll start off. We've already got 1 bridge. Probably don't need more than that. It's probably a poor call, that one, actually, because by the time we're going to see any water, I'm sure we're going to have our hand forced into having to take more bridges. But I think I'll be disappointed if I'm sub 3.5 on this one. I think everything about this screams that we should be able to take this to well into 3,000s and something, if not more. Well, there's no reason that we shouldn't flip the corner there. It's just a shame we can't just have that guy clip around to get in. He can't go just straight into being a tunnel. Otherwise, it would mean that we can just have that sort of line still free for someone else to use. We still could. I mean, we can have him sort of do that funny little path. But we may as well just be aware that we can do that and then sort of reserve this space. Go the roundabout. Just slot a roundabout straight in there. While we've got the available space for it, let's do it. Though I suppose we want more purple houses to actually show up in this area. So let's revise that. Alright, so we will again just cut on through, since it's not going to cost us any tiles at all to make that move. I mean, this is great for him. But what do we want to do for this guy? I suppose what we'll do for now is actually just have him cut on through. And let's use that roundabout now. Like that. I mean, alternatively, we could split these guys so that some of them are focused on him, others are focused on that guy. Depends on what happens back here. I mean, we could have if there's, say, 3 guys back here, we could have them run along and connect in there. I suppose this guy will run across the top and then have him swing down. Definitely making the most of those tunnels. Alternatively, what we could do here, if these 2 guys were better suited for that, we could easily get these 2 guys to connect in and swing through a tunnel to here, then have this guy just work around those and come down in here. Generally, there's a pretty big green population that I think you end up getting in this area here. And if that's the case, then this guy is going to probably pivot this way. Assumingly, he's going to become circular at some point, and he's going to need all 4 of these guys. Well, that one's at least extremely close to where it needs to be. Gonna end up with a lot of roundabouts because I don't think we're gonna need that many bridges. Can separate the two of these, and we will for now. That's so close. He should be able to survive with the one house for now. Hopefully we get some yellow over here. I don't recall what color houses we generally get in that area. I think we get red up here, and then blue as well. This guy here, we can actually just have cost us nothing. Actually, we can get that even cheaper because we can just have him duck straight in. It costs us nothing, so we may as well use it. Our red guys in a row. Send them down. There we go. As predicted, our red and blues controlling the top. Now there's a lot of different lines in this purple, that yellow, this red, that blue, this green, that are all making a bit of a journey to get to their destinations. Just swing under that for a second, and then once this tunnel goes, we can then build that tunnel straight across. Alright, let's put a roundabout in there for now. Actually surprised we've got so few tiles. I suppose all these are very long lines that we're currently using. Definitely getting a lot more guys up here than I was expecting. Let's quickly pause for a second because there's only a brief window that potentially we'll have before the green guy blocks off where we wanted that path. We have no road tiles, but I feel like bridges are going to become slightly more significant in a moment. Now it looks like Christ the Redeemer is standing on this road. Get rid of that now and let these guys just go that way. And what we might do is actually just give them all this single point of connection so that they're not slowing down each other into a road. Hopefully that we can let him face the right way, so he won't slow anyone down. I think no matter what ends up here, it's not going to be great. I was going to say unless it's purple, but even then. We could probably do with another roundabout or something, I suppose. We don't want to go too sharp on that because we want that guy to have the luxury of coming in there. Take the road tiles this time. Alright, we'll get those two connected in there. So he's now got 4, he's now got 5, great. One more purple house here, 2 more purple houses here maybe. We could have these guys run straight north and give these guys just pure focus on the circular guy. Another yellow house here. I wouldn't mind giving this guy to that one. We can separate these two as well now. Okay. Not really giving us any more yellow houses to make a really good move here. Like I said, I've got the got the roundabouts, not the roundabouts, the highways. There we go. There's... This could very easily become a highway. It's a very long bridge. And that's not going to sustain that on his own anyway. Okay, well, that's an easy one. In fact, we'll give him the second one since this guy's already got the 4 houses. This guy can now... This guy can really go around either way. We will connect him there, and then what we'll do is we'll disconnect this. Run that straight across there, in there. That should reduce the travel time on those trips. Get rid of that. You can see that it immediately goes because absolutely no one over here is being used for any of the travel. This. Let's do that again. Nope. Straight in here. Is that going to work? That's not going to... Yeah. I hope to fit in there, so let's go him in there. Them in there, which is... I think they're going to slow down as they enter that connection, but... Oh, well, is what it is. Okay, so... I'm going to give up on this blue guy here, because we're going to need more red support for this guy. We are getting this little red population over here that can currently, or at any point, sort of pivot to help either of these two. Potentially even this this guy here could use a motorway, depending on how they handle this. We can see that this guy is certainly struggling. Going circular, he should be okay with too because of how close they are. Perfect. So we've just doubled the amount of guys heading up there. But what we will do is we will just quickly shift him over. Let's do that. We'll just give this one little guy a speed route there to try and help it out a little bit. So he's going to be very slow in turning that corner. Cool. It's a third guy over here. That's gone circular though. So our plans to give that a highway are definitely coming serious consideration. Okay, so what we probably want to do then is actually turn these guys around. Pivot them to that 5 group. This guy can then swoop around the back and we can drop that right there. That turn could be weird and the efficiency of these guys going, but see how it works. Got enough motorways that I can sort of rebuild this if I need to. Okay, so that goes fine, so we can get rid of that. We can turn him back that way. And this guy here can actually become the second one for that. This guy has now become by far the closest person to this, even though he can't be used for it. But now, we do have the option to... make this a motorway and then have these guys sort of flip around him and then get these guys to so let's just make that little change there. So now they're on the same side and they're connected. Okay, light blue. So really all we need to do is just do a quick connect up. But what we can also do is just flip around so that they connect to that same sort of point. 81 tiles at the moment, so we can also do that. A few extra houses on board, and you can see that some of these guys are already coming straight in to help. Which probably says that I want to get that guy in there too. Got another yellow guy over here. Actually, what we can do is we can get rid of that and flick these guys around at the top because tunnels cost us nothing. Turn these two guys around that way. Come down there and they can cut straight in there. Still keeping an eye on this guy. Okay, so change number one that we're going to do here is... Alright, well you've made another interesting little spanner in the works. We're going to get rid of that. Just drop that down there, and these four guys at the top, you've just got single focus. You take care of that. Let's get rid of cars on the road. You guys' job is just those two now, no longer three. 4 houses should be plenty for him. These guys, let's get them together. We'll just drop this slightly more shallow. Shouldn't even need it anymore because we've now got 4 guys taking care of him. Which is actually, there's more guys there looking after this than there are at all looking after this guy. We can get more houses connected to this crazy system. Okay, sorry, we've neglected this guy for too long. We'll get that to bounce over there. Hopefully not too little too late there. Green's doing a great job. It's pretty my every single one of my green guys I think is sitting in a pretty good position. Okay. We've got roundabouts. Do we want these two guys to share though? So we can't have these guys can't have those guys, well these guys just sort of have a bridge and run across the top. But we could have them have a highway that took them over there. Yeah. We will. That's a really weird little jolt that they do at the end there though, so let's get rid of that. Let's turn these guys around. Let's see if that looks any better there. A lot of red down here now too. He's pretty useless, but like the rest of these guys we could probably make something of. You can see no one's on the move from this side over here, so these guys could be reappropriated for anything. This guy goes circular. He's probably not got enough support with just his 3. But we could actually get guys from here through and up to him too. Turn that blue guy around to get him included. This red guy run around the back if need be. Okay, so we can see both of these guys are now not looking great. They both go at the same time. Okay. Now, I don't think it's to do with the amount of people that they've got looking after them. It's probably just more to do with the amount of time it's taking for them to get there. So let's drop all of that. Let's give them a motorway that runs from there to there. And we'll do the same thing for these guys. That. Flip as well though. have them run from there to there too. Okay. Pause for a second. These guys still aren't happy. These guys have got I mean, he's suffering with having too much of a backlog that these guys are just struggling to get into the car park. This guy, I just don't think has enough people looking after him. So what we can do is we can cut that, and we will finally just sever our ties with this road. Basically in the hope that it gives us a few more blues there. We could use them. Okay, so that's severed. Then what we can do is we can swing this route up here. Go up one more. Up here. These guys can become the closest points to that. Don't like that. Can we get a roundabout in there? Yeah. Let's see what I'm getting into there. I don't like that either, because that means that guy's going needlessly far for being one of the closest guys to that connection. Don't really have anywhere else for him to go. I suppose unless we did that and then this came up, nah. Move that. That there. We can have him join there. That guy come in there. Okay. Sort of works. Then what it means is that these three guys here... Well, then it means we've got to get rid of this really long purple one. Now, luckily that guy hasn't gone circular. The second he goes circular, our new plan isn't going to work. These guys, we can then have... Objecting to the fact that there's already a thing there for now. Okay. Didn't I get all the way up there? Why has it now got an issue with that? Okay, so I guess I've got to hit it on a diagonal, and it's fine on one of the X's. So I don't think I can do that on a straight though. What we can do is we can temporarily just slot them in there. It's bad because it means that they're going to now create a intersection there, but we'll try and revisit that once this goes. Okay, so those guys are now connected there. These guys here, there's still, I mean, we've got this little purple community over here that we could have just fly over there, but what we can do, have these guys, we can actually get rid of that. We can have this cut straight down here. There. And these guys just sort of turn around. Then these guys here can come across and be the support for that guy. Okay. Now, annoyingly, the easy fix for this guy would be that I put these three houses here, which I've just lost that ability because they've just been blocked off. Okay, this guy here is struggling as well. Do I have a blue community anywhere that we can try and get some help? Well, firstly, let's get this guy some help. Okay, so I have these houses here. This guy's now having a weird little... Alright, so that's correcting. Getting greenhouses at the very top. It doesn't help too much. We've got these three guys. Did I mention them? And now, let's just get them to help out here. The okay thing going on here is that he's got bad congestion, but it's right at the point of where guys go in, so it's sort of that he's But I guess they're slowly chipping away on it. It's not pretty, but it's getting done. Okay. So we've got these three guys here that we could try and jump over to help out here. The problem is that, all right, what we'll do is, as I say, the problem is that if we just connect them to this road, they might go and try and help out with that guy. So what we'll do instead is we will claim 2 guys from the north. So that's now a group of 5, and then we'll disconnect this guy from that. We will then turn these guys around, have them connect there, and then we will use this side, blue. You can see that I'm losing my motorways to try and support me here pretty thick and fast. This red guy here is still my major problem, although blue is hanging on by a thread at the moment. Hopefully all of these guys swing in here real quick. Save the day. Cool, so you can see he's now on the mend. So now we've got more red problems. Red problems everywhere. Blue's sort of getting... We don't need that anymore, so they can just be straight through. Red doesn't know how to feel. Okay, still a little red down the bottom here. Is it to do with the amount of houses? I mean, you can see that there's no one currently at home with these red ones, so that does suggest that there's just a need of houses. The problem is that this, again, just creates more congestion, which this guy's already got a problem with. But I think he's sunk either way. So basically all we're trying to do is just make him hang on. Purple. Alright, so this purple here is starting... So purple's probably just having its moment to have a panic. You can see the colours will slowly sort of fluctuate through who needs the attention. This guy here needs more help too. We'll get this guy to just sort of be the one guy nearby to help out. I haven't used any traffic lights at all in this one. We've still got 3 bridges. Okay, purple here is... Oh, he's gone circular too. Which means he's in a much worse position than he was. There's no point in just sitting on this group of guys here. We may as well try and get them involved somewhere. But I think purple's just calmed down again. Red is back at being a problem. Got 3 red guys here, but they can't really... Can get to each other. They've just got to immune through green as well. Let's bounce those 3 guys over there to see if they can help out and recover him a bit. See, this guy is now an absolute problem. I don't know how to fix him. I think the problem is he just doesn't have enough houses looking after the amount of demand that he's got. But you can see that we've sort of caused an issue with just the amount of, like, the flow of the cars going in. So what we'll do is we'll cut... don't have those houses connected. That's why that guy's struggling. So we've cut this one off. See if that makes this move a little bit smoother. It's just anytime I mean, these cars coming in is sort of just a... I don't know. We're just holding on. We've hit my 3-5 though. So we got where I wanted. This guy's looking worse in his congestion, but that was just because we only just allowed these 4 cars to come in. So there's 8 drivers on the road that probably aren't going to flow as often as we're seeing them right now. We have this guy here about to burst. So we will have to use Highway 9, and we're just going to connect him in that weird faraway spot to try and keep the congestion away from him, but doesn't matter anyway. There's that guy that I did say that if he went circular was going to cause me problems. I didn't get to him. But alright, let's see how we did. End of the week on this one, so everyone's score should be in by this point. Top 10%, it's alright, we'll take that. 333, nice clean number there. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. Until next time, catch you later.